Sahana bhavatu sahano bhunaktu saha viryam karavavahai tejasvi navadhitamastu ma vidvisha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. May Brahman protect us both, the teacher and the student, equally. May he enable us to share the benefit of the learning equally. Meaning of the learning. May the learning be equally fruitful to us. May we never be jealous of each other, jealous for oneself. Okay. Okay, now this is the Katha Upanishad, one of the grandest Upanishads, which talks about what is there, life after death, whether we exist or we do not exist. There are many theories, many philosophies. So this question has been raised and it has been solved here, and resolution has been made by the knower of truth, who is called Yama, the god of death. So those are for the first time for them. There is a story in the Upanishad which tells that a father was performing some rituals and that ritual was to take him to heaven. So people hear that there is so much pleasure in the heaven. There is no old age, there is no disease, there is no death. It's only fun, fun, fun. So, so, so everyone wants to go to heaven. So his father was doing that home of fire to go to heaven, but as a part of that process, you have to give gifts to the holy people. But he was a little miser. He did all these rituals, but while giving gift to the holy people, Brahmins, he was trying to find some cows. Cows was a very big gift to in the early days. It is more than money, more than other asset, because all the rishis they used to do home fire and they need milk. From milk you make what you call the butter, and then from butter the essence of anyhow. So to offer it to oblation, and also various needs. So, but he was so miser, and he was giving something which is these cows are so old that they cannot stand on their own feet. And they are so old and they cannot chew anymore the grasses. Cannot give milk anymore. Like that. So seeing this type of gift, his bright son, there's a young, very young boy, he thought that my father wants to go to heaven. So he should have to perform perfectly everything. If you don't do, you lack in one place, not giving the proper thing, so you don't get the result. As in any work, if you do everything, but in one place it is loosened, no? Then your whole project goes defective. So my father will not go to heaven. So out of respect, he went to his father and said, Father, whom are you giving me to? I am also your one gift, your child, bright child. So father thought, what nonsense talk. I'm doing so much business to distribute these articles to be given to whom, and you are disturbing it out. But this boy didn't stop. He went second time, and father is getting angry. Third time, out of anger, he said, I give you to the home of Yama, the god of death. And hearing that, the son get excited, good, and he has faith in himself and his faith in his father and faith in the scripture. That is very important, which is called the greatest characteristic in spiritual life. Have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and faith in the teachers. So he thought that his father, why his father is going to give him to the god of death? There must be some meaning. So maybe I shall learn from him something new. Because I have not done anything wrong that I am going to be punished. So I go to the god of death for punishment. I am not going for that. So my father might have meant this. So he pleaded his father that don't deviate from your statement that you have given me to the god of death. So I am going, and he left. And when he left, he went to his guru's place. That's the guru, the teacher. And he waited for the guru. And he was not at home. So he came back after 3 days. And the household duty of in ancient India is that if anyone, as a honored guest, comes to your door, you must have to entertain him. And if you don't do that, then you are incurring some bad effects, bad karma. So 3 days, when he came back, all the family members told that you are not here, but this boy came. We asked him, wait till he comes, but you take your food. But he said, stubborn. He said, no, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to drink even. I have come to meet that Yama, the god of death. And he's fasting for 3 days. So, please go and please this boy. Otherwise, all your auspicious activities result will go into vague. It will go into waste. So the god of death then came back and told him, you my boy, you are waiting for me for 3 nights without eating, without doing anything. I am very pleased. Ask for 3 boons. Then the boy immediately asked, see how respectful for his dad and for how responsible is that. We would have been angry. My dad have sent me to god of death. Huh? Let him suffer. Huh? But opposite. He said, first boon he said, O Lord of death, please do this. But my father could not sleep because I have left home and came to you. So let him sleep well. Give him the peace of mind. And when I go back from you, see, intelligent boy, at the very one boon, he's asking, when I go back from you, let him recognize me. You know, if someone dies and comes back, what will happen? A ghost has come. So out of fear of ghost, everyone will run away. No? So let my father be not like that. When I come back, they can recognize my son has come back. So this is the first boon. And Yama said, granted, finish. Second boon. Ask for the second boon. Second boon, he said, oh, I hear that there is called heaven. After every religion has heaven, is it not? Hindus have heaven, Christians have heaven, Muslims have heaven. Every religion has heaven. But that heaven, Hindu heaven is little different. Hindu heaven is temporary, 5-star hotel. But you finish your term, your money is gone, then you have to come back. So, but Christian heaven is perpetual heaven, but Hindu heaven is little different. But anyway, so he said that, okay, second moon, I want to, Acha, how people go to heaven? Then the teacher said that, yes, they go to heaven, you have to perform this ritual, you organize the firewood like that, you organize this, chant this mantra, give this oblation, and all these details he started talking. And as he went on talking, and the boy is so intelligent that he remembered everything verbatim. And he recapitulated to the teacher. said, "Sir, did you say this, like a tape recording machine?" Then he was so pleased. "Oh my God, I have never seen such a boy like you. So I give you extra boon." What is the extra boon? This sacrifice, fire sacrifice, performing which everyone will go to heaven. It will be named after your name. Your name is Nachiketa. So everyone will have to remember for eternity that I am trying to go to heaven. So I am performing what fire sacrifice? Nachiketa fire sacrifice. So you become immortal. That's the extra boon. Now comes the third boon, one boon left. Now third boon, the third boon, he said that uh, this is my question. People, some say after death, nothing remains. The body is burned to ashes. What remains? So why do you bother about after death? And there is no such thing. But some say there is some, some reality, eternal reality. If the body dies, that does not. But you are the God of death. So you know this side of life, you know that side of life. So please teach me what is that. If there is anything, and if it is at all, how we can attain that. There comes the highest Vedantic principle. But the teacher, unless you are a fit student, you should not be given proper higher things, you will not be able to assimilate. In spiritual life, even it's a good food. Good food not is good for a weak stomach person, is it not? If your stomach is not ready to digest, if you given a very good food, which is with spices and very tasteful and this and that, it will disturb your stomach. So students should be ready with this type of equipment, that I am ready to know the truth. I can give up everything for that. I don't care for money, wealth, name, fame, power, position. I don't care for anything. I can renounce everything for God. So have you that stamina? So the teacher started testing him. He said that, why are you asking? You are a boy, such a young boy. You ask for youth. You ask for fun, joy, enjoyment. You want? I can make you the emperor of this country. You crave for that? You are not satisfied? Okay, I will give you 100 years your lifespan. Are you not satisfied? Okay, I will extend it as much as you want to live. You will die only when you want to die. So he gave all these tidbits of tests. And the student said, "Sir, I don't care for those things. I want to know the truth. Please tell me what I asked for." Then again, this is called last temptation, what we find in the life of Buddha, in the life of Christ. That means major people who have not finished with this experience and not really craving for the highest truth can face that taste. They will be swallowed into that temptation. So, but Christ is Christ because he overcome. Buddha is Buddha because he overcome. He is not interested in that. He wanted something. That reality is much bigger than that of what this material thing can give. So he renounced everything, and this teacher became very ardent devotee of this boy. He said, "My boy, I do not find any student like you. Huh? So I will tell you about that truth which is beyond birth and death, beyond time space causation, beyond all duality, beyond the limit of our any perception. That is the reality. That is called Atman. That is called Brahman. That is called illimitable reality. That is the beginningless, endless, fathomless. It is everywhere. It is not perceived through the gross eyes. It can be seen through the eye of wisdom, and that eye of wisdom is the wisdom of the heart, pure heart." And then he gave on some examples how we can do it. It is not for the dull intellect. This realization, this truth is not revealed to that dull and unintelligent man who is not ready to sacrifice their littleness, their little temptations and cravings for the petty things of the world. It is not for them. It is not for the weak person. It is for the strong, vigorous, intelligent, that type of people, when with the spirit of detachment, with the spirit of service, who can purify their heart, this truth belongs to them. They can realize that truth. But it can be realized by everyone. So that was the background where we have finished up to the first chapter, second sub-chapter, and then we are reading the verse number 3. Here, the third verse starts. It's a beautiful analogy. It's a beautiful analogy. We can every day meditate on this truth. It is not talking about any particular dogma. It is saying you are Atman. Who are you? As we see, we are this. Yes, I am a body. If you ask me, who are you? I will say, yes, I am 5 feet 4 inches. And I will say how many pounds I weigh. I will say how my eyebrows is brown or yellow or whatever description. Biodata and what you call driver's license. This is me, is it not? The world recognizes that way. That's me. And I also know that is me. But are you that? So the question comes, no, you are not that. But you know, compare this body. That's what we are reading today. The third verse on page 92, which says that Atmanam Rathinam Vidhi Sharirang Rathamevatu Rathamevatu Buddhintu Sharathing Vidhi Dintu Sharathing Vidhi Manaha Pragrahamevacha Manaha Pragrahamevacha. Next one. Indriyani Hayanyahu Indriyani Hayanyahu Vishayangsteshu Gocharan Vishayangsteshu Gocharan Atmendriya Mano Yuktam Atmendriya Mano Yuktam Bhokta iti ahu manishina Bhokta iti ahur manishina. Manishina. Manishi means the men of wisdom. Men who have realized the truth. Manishi comes from the word manana, mental thinking, deep thinkers. That means what we are talking about, dhyana, meditation. Those who have contemplated deeply and practiced for a long time to understand the truth, they say, iti ahu, they say, who are they? They are manishino. They are men of wisdom. They are men of realization. They say, what they say? Atmanam ratinang biddhi. No, biddhi means no. What you know? That Atma. Atman is what? Unchangeable, absolute, pure, stainless, sinless, birthless, deathless, timeless. That all pervaded principle which permeates to the suns and stars and galaxies. Go wherever you go, it permeates everything. It permeates every object. It is interpenetrated. Otancha protancha. It interpenetrates like that, in the cloth. Thread interpenetrates. It is nothing but the thread, but we call it cloth. So Brahman or Atman, Brahman is called the collective way, and Atman is called the subjective way, I. Who is real I? Real I is that truth, which is not the body, not the mind, not the senses, because these are all changeable. An unchangeable reality is only what is the Atman. And when one looks at the body, who am I? Go deep and deep. This body, this hand. Am I the hand? Which hand? Today is the hand of a man who is 75 years old. What was the hand of a baby who is 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? This is the face of a man who is in this age. What about 30 years ago? What about 20 years ago? What is the face? Is the same? So if it is not, then you cannot say, this is my face. It's my face, not me face. We don't say that, me face. But we behave like that, as if it is me. And so he says that this body, you are seeing this body. This is not you. What are you? Atman. Where is Atman? What shall I find? Well, it is in your heart. Atmanam Rathinam. Compare this body like a ratha. Ratha means chariot. Or you can say, modern day example, your car. So the car is the body. But who is sitting inside the car? The boss. He is something separate from the car, but he is sitting in the car. So the body is moving, the car is moving. You say, the car is moving. The car is moving by his own power, or the boss is there. That's why it is moving. You are seeing, you are listening. I am talking. I am thinking. What is the power behind it? Who supplies this energy? This is analytical part we are talking about in our Gita class, Bhagavad class. What is behind? What is behind? Go back, go back, go back. What is the real strength behind all this apparent expression of strength? So know that Atman, the self, which is inside, that is the real self. That's the capital S. And we are small s. This is the small s. Small I, capital I. It's called Jivatman, Paramatman. So this is the Atmanam Rathinam Viddhi. Atman, the self, real self, unborn, undying, fathomless, time, space, beyond all these limitations, that is the Atman. And that is the Rathi. Rathi means the driver, or not driver. He is the real owner of this entire car. And he has many cars. See, all the cars are sitting here. So many robots. Where are all robots? Actually robots. We think that we are doing everything. What do you do? There's no control over it. But still, we have certain limit that therefore I think I am doing. So Atma, know that Atman is sitting in the chariot. He is separate from the chariot. Chariot gets crushed. The inner person remains intact. It is two entities as it were. One called Jara, matter, another is called consciousness. Jara and Chetana. Chit, Jara, Granthi. It is, Upanishad said, it has become a knot between the consciousness and which is matter. Matter's idea has come onto the consciousness. Consciousness is forgotten, and consciousness is misinterpreted as my walking, talking, seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, all these sense experiences. So he says that you are the Atman, your Atman, my Atman, same Atman, no two Atman. It is the same entity. And that is the actually seated in this chariot. In his command, like a best example will be, here we all drive ourselves. So that example is not good. You can take an Uber. So you sit and the car moves. I want to go to Santa Barbara or wherever. So you say this, and there is a driver, he drives the car, there is a wheel, there is a, what you call the gas paddle, brakes paddle, and all these are instruments are there, but all are functioning. Whose wish? The person who enters into says, take me to this place. So this they are comparing in that way, that the internal reality, who is the boss for whose purpose everything is going on, he is hidden in the inmost chamber of the heart. He is not visible to these gross eyes. But the knowers of truth, they say, he is the bhokta iti ahu iti manishina. Actually, he enjoys. The car cannot enjoy itself. Car only works hard and get exhausted and it wear and tear. And one day junk. Is it not? You say that the car is 130,000, 130,000 miles. At 200, I will have to reject this car. So this car is running for a long time. And that's why the heart is pumping little less. This back is hurting like that. So all these symptoms of the car, old car. And the boss gets every trouble, then he plans to reject it. So the body is rejected, the car is rejected, but the person, it changes the car. But this is the separate, this separation is the constant. And they say, Atmanam Rathinam Viddhi. Atman is the Rathi, means the person regarded as the chariot. Atman, master of the chariot, no? Who is the master of the driving car. And Shariram, this body, think that it is the Ratha, is the external body of the car. No? From outside you see the external body. But now your car creates trouble, you go to the mechanic and they pull out and find the engine. Is it not? So externally we see the car. This is the body. But inside, so many instruments, heart, lungs, these, that, all are functioning. So, Shariram Ratham, able to think that this body is like that of a chariot or a car. And who is driving? The driver is there. The car does not move. Being there is engine, there is the tank full of gas, everything may be there. But it will not move unless buddhi. Buddhi means intellect. Intellect or the driver is to control that. And driver will run by whose wish? The man who takes the Uber taxi. His desire. His desire. Buddhi functions according to the will of the person who is there. But we don't listen to the boss. We do our own things. We don't listen to the God who is inside. But we do our own business. Who did? I did it. But it is actually done by, if you say, it is done by God himself, which is called the Atman here. So think that this body is like a chariot, and Atman, who is the master of this chariot, is seated inside. And Manaha, the example of the horse. Horse is the reins, there are reins connected in the horse. 10 horses are there. What are the 10 horses? Who can say? 10 horses? Good. 5 organs of perception and 5 organs of action. Eyes, one horse. Ear, another horse. Nose, horse. Tongue, horse. Skin, touch, another horse. And hand is another horse. Feet is another horse. So 5 organs of perception, to perceive, and action, to put into action 5. These are the 10 horses. Now, these 10 horses are all held in the hand of the driver. No? Think of a chariot, a horse-driven carriage. So, these 10 are in the hand of the driver. Now, if the reins are weak, what will happen? The horses will go in that direction. I want to eat, go. I want to see, go. So no control. The driver is holding, but it is so loose, they go on their way. That is our condition. But when the buddhi holds the reins strongly, pull, eh, that horse then bends this way. Horse always runs to eat grass, no? You go to Himalayas, you will have the experience. You are riding a horse, and there is a driver, they control, no? But sometimes they have to earn good money, 3-4 horses they take care of. And then you are riding, you never had the experience of riding. So you don't know how to control the horse. And you are riding the horse, and horse is going to eat the grass. And then they go to the gorge side, and he is eating the grass, and you fall down this way. But you have better control of the horse with the rein, then horse could not go there. Or you have to come back, no? So it is said that we have 10 horses, such. They are the senses. And mind is the rein. Mind is connected with the eyes, is it not? One rein. That's why you can see. You won't see if your eyes are open, your mind is not here. You are hearing. In this hearing, if you have a strong thought of something else comes, your vibration is going to the eardrum, and the sensation is carried to the brain cell, nerves carrying the brain, but you will not perceive because mind is absent, line engaged in the phone. So the message does not reach there. So that's why the senses are the horses, and mind is the rein connected with each horse, and it is in the hand of the driver. And indriyani hayanahu vishayangstish, and these horses are running in which path? Path of the senses. Eye has a corresponding object, ear has a corresponding object, nose has a corresponding object, tongue has a corresponding object, and touch has another corresponding object. So the 5 senses have their corresponding objects, and they all are being pulled in different direction. And when the chariot, the horses are like reckless, and it goes on, the journey is not very pleasant. As I said, journey, you fall down, you break your arm, or you fall in the rolling gorge and you're going to roll down and fall into the gorge. It is detrimental. But you are the boss, but you are rolling down in the ground because you have no control over the horses. And horses, not only horses, mind. If the horses are strong, mind is weak, then it will take you wherever. Mind is loose. Boss is loose. In the office, if the boss is loose, everyone does in his own way. If the boss is strong, then everyone will have to do what the boss wants. So, and this boss is empowered by the higher boss. That is called the Atman. So they have a beautiful analogy that you think that this body is like a horse, and body is like not the horse, it is like a chariot. Body is like a chariot. Think that. Just imagine, body is like a chariot. And it has 10 horses driving this chariot in the path of the life. We are drawn from our childhood. The horse is always driving. The horses are carrying this body through different experiences of happiness, pleasure, pain, with our mind's weakness, with our intelligence, less intelligence, strong intelligence. And we are going through this journey. We are not knowing who is driving, whose wish, as we are talking in the other class. We do not know. Why this life? Where are we going? All the time busy. There is no stoppage of this journey. Everything rests, but our life's journey does not stop. The day we are born, from that day till today, every split second, journey is continuing, and the this chariot is moving through the life's journey. And our ancient scriptures say, before birth also you have another life. That also went on and on. That's why it is an eternal journey to the infinite. Where we start, we do not know. But we are all trying to reach the ocean. And there, the absolute joy, blissful joy. So, this is if we can think, then we can separate out. The body is the chariot, all the senses are the objects that helps me to move in the life's journey, and there are corresponding sense objects. When my mind gets stuck into any of them, particularly we get attached to that. But life's journey should be like that. You should not attach to anything. Move on and on and on, and follow the direction which is sitting behind your intellect, your mind. Behind your mind, who is standing? It is the Lord standing. We always taking the picture outside. Take a selfie here. Who is sitting behind? Get his dictation. Hello, sir. Am I doing right? Guide me. What shall I do now? Under these circumstances. Please help me. No? Get guidance. And then journey will be good. And if that guidance is followed by intellect catches it. I got the directive of my boss and I will execute it. And then what will happen? Journey will be smooth. You can control your mind, you will control your senses, and your journey will be smooth to the goal where we are all pushing ourselves. So these two verses are very important. We can every day think. We mistake I am. What I am, real I am, is that conscious entity behind our mind. That is to be understood. And we have to touch that base, connect ourselves again and again to that base. And then what happens? When we can connect, then we will remain in joy. And no responsibility. We repent. Why I did that? Why he did that? This is bad, this is good. All will go away because your ego is not dictated by yourself, but your ego is guided by the hand of Lord in a devotional term, in Vedantic term. It is the consciousness behind which the consciousness is trying to manifest through all these things. But it is nothing but consciousness what you are seeing. So it is the projection lamp in the movie. And this reel, the film, the reel is moving, but the light penetrating and projecting on the screen. And that is our life. And we go through every day through this type of experience. So think every day. It's a good meditation. Who in me is the consciousness? It is a consciousness study of consciousness. We are overwhelmed with this awareness of the world. I know you, I talked with you, I have this knowledge, I know physics, I know this, that. These are only relative knowledge. But what is the knowledge behind all knowledge? What is the shining consciousness behind all consciousness, all our awareness? I slept. When you slept, how do you know that you slept? Do anyone come to prove that you have slept? No, we know by ourselves. It's a very big question. When we go to sleep, nobody to testify me. Outside people may say that I am in my bed. I may not sleep. I may be insomnia. I am suffering from insomnia. But you slept, you know. You say, I slept well last night. How do you know? Who knows that I have slept? I slept. Sleep is an activity and I am there. I have observed it. Unless you observe, you cannot have a memory. You must have to be an observer. An observer is always conscious. He who sees, he should be conscious. This microphone will be observed. I am the observer. That's why matter. I am the consciousness. So similarly, if we go back, who has observed your sleep? It's a big question. And no philosophy is necessary from outside. Analyze yourself and tell me. It is your experience. Who in you say that I slept? That means there is some conscious entity who does not sleep. He observes the activity which is called sleep. He observes what is the activity during dream. He observes all the activities from morning till now, from our childhood till today. Whatever has happened is the eternal witness observes everything. And that in the dualistic language, we say God sees everything. You can hide everyone, but you cannot hide from God. These are the colloquial common language. But in philosophical language, that consciousness is eternally aware. Huh? Their Panchadoshi is a beautiful verse. When I first read, it's really thrilling. It says that consciousness does not rise and consciousness does not set, like the sun rises and sun sets. But in reality, sun does not rise, sun does not set. It's a rotation of the earth which makes us feel like the sun is rising and sun is setting. Sun is sun all the time. Sun is never dark. There is no darkness in sun. Our vision is obstructed. That's why we call it is night. So that sun is here all the time. Ma shabda yuga kalpeshu gata gammeshu anekadha na udeti na astam eti shambid esha shayam prabha. That shayam prabha, the self-effulgent, self-revealing, that consciousness which is there, it is like a sun. It never rises, it never sets. Masa, abdo, you can consider today what has happened. You add what has happened yesterday, day before yesterday, this whole year, starting from January to today, March something. That consciousness never slept. Everyone sleeps. We get tired. Our eyes get tired. Eyes rest. Huh? Heart, of course, does not stop. That's the point. But that consciousness never rests. We are tired, we go to sleep and dream and then come back. Again sleep, again dream, again come back. 3 states we are rotating: waking state, dream state, sleep state. Every day we are going through this. But someone is observing all these activities all the time. Every day, months after months, year after year, from our childhood to our death point, and continues after that also. This is the rishis, the sages have experienced this. And they say, think, the body comes and goes. Your mind becomes strong and weak. Your senses may be strong or sometimes weak. But you never die. You are the eternal shining self within. You are the blissful one, unchanging one. There nothing changes. Neither in you, neither in me. Neither in a cat, neither in a dog. The same consciousness permeates everywhere. Only it is covered with a human covering or an